Abide in me, and I in you, as the branches cannot bear fruit by itself, unless it abide in the vine, neither can you, unless you abide in me. In our personal dealings with Jesus Christ, we prepare and learn to be effective, to understand, to be cheerful, to love others truly, and to bring them closer to God. In short, to be good Christians. Therefore, remarks St. Augustine, united to Christ our head, we are all strong, but separated from our head, we are worth nothing. Because united to our head, we are vine. Without our head, we are cut branches, destined not for use by the farmers, but for the fire. Whence Christ tells us in the Gospel, "Without me you can do nothing. O Lord, without you, nothing. With you, everything. Without us, he can do a lot, nay, everything. We, without him, can do nothing." The fruits which our Lord expects from us are of many kinds, but everything would be useless if we had no life of prayer, if we were not united to our Lord. It would be like trying to collect good branches from a vine that got separated from the main stem. See how full of fruit are those vines, because they are getting the sap from the main trunk. Only in this way have those tiny buds of a few months ago been able to change into sweet, mature fruit which gladden the sight and the heart of people. On the ground, perhaps, a few single twigs remain, half buried. They were vines too, but dry and withered, they are the most graphic symbol of sterility. The life of union with our Lord goes outside the personal sphere and can be seen in our way of working, in our dealings with others, in our care for our family, in everything. From that union with our Lord springs a wealth of apostolate, because the apostolate, of whatever kind it be, must be an overflow of the interior life. Christ is the source of the Church's whole apostolate. Clearly, then, the fruitfulness of the apostolate of lay people depends on their union with Christ. As our Lord himself said, "Whoever dwells in me, and I in him, bears much fruit, for separated from me you can do nothing." This life of intimate union with Christ in the Church is maintained by the spiritual helps common to all the faithful. Laymen should make such a use of these helps that while meeting their human obligations in the ordinary conditions of life, they do not separate their union with Christ from their ordinary life, but through the very performance of their tasks, which are God's will for them, they actually promote the growth of their union with him. In all walks of life, the same thing happens. Nobody gives what he hasn't got. Good fruits can only come from a good tree. The branches of the vine are most despicable if they are not joined to the vine, and are most noble if they are. If they are cut off, they are of use neither to the vine dresser nor to the carpenter. The branches are for one of two things, the vine or the fire. If they are not on the vine, they go to the fire. To avoid the fire, they must be united to the vine. Are we yielding the fruit our Lord expects from us? Have many of our friends come close to our Lord as a result of our dealings with them? Have we helped any of them to go to the sacrament of confession? Do we yield fruits of peace and cheerfulness among those with whom we spend most of our day? These are questions which could help us to make some specific resolution before finishing our prayer. And we do this along with Mary, who tells us, "Like a vine I caused loveliness to bud, and my blossoms became glorious and abundant fruit. He who finds me finds life and obtains favor from the Lord." She is the shortcut to get to Jesus, who fills us with his divine life.